Good evening. You're watching SCTV. Today's the 13th of January, 2026, and we're here in Hoyt, Kansas to watch the Nemaha Central Thunder. The boys are 5-5 on the season, getting set to take on the Royal Valley Panthers. They are also 5-5 on the season. I'm Mike Stahlbaumer. I'll be calling the game for you here this evening. Got Cody Steinlage with the color. Welcome, Cody.
Thank you.
Got Caleb Breidenauer with production work, and Billy O on the camera.
Billy?
And Billy's giving me the peace sign down there. He forgives me.
I thought there was one of those fingers that wasn't up. Was that a peace sign?
No, that's all good. Billy O's been a long time super fan and helper here with camera work on SCTV. So thanks to him, a lot of these broadcasts wouldn't be able to watch. So we're getting ready to do the starting lineups. We'll also have the national anthem right after that, obviously. And we'll get this game underway. These two teams met back on the 4th of December. It was the first game of the season. They played it on a Thursday night. It was at Nemaha Central. The Thunder won 56-44 to get the season started. So
it was a little bit closer than that. Nemaha Central ballooned out to a pretty good lead, and Royal Valley came storming back into it, and then NC pulled away at the end, I remember.
Here we go with the starting lineups. For Nemaha Central, we have a 6-foot senior, number 12, Leighton Thomas. For the Panthers, we have a senior, number 0, Tristan Murata. For Nemaha Central, a 5'11", senior, number 22, Carter Hike. For the Thunder, sophomore, number 1, Tayson Taylor. For Nemaha Central, 6'1", junior, number 24, Jackson Haverkamp. For the Panthers, a junior, number 3, Landon Gilbert. For Nemaha Central, 6'4", senior, number 33, Jack Mackey. For the Panthers, we have a sophomore, number 4, Connor Noland. Lastly, for Nemaha Central, 6'4", junior, number 35, Caleb Smelsley. And for the Panthers, a junior, number 15, Shaughnessy Williams. For Nemaha Central, head coach is John Thomas. Assistant coaches are Kelly Williams and Ben Steinlage. Thomas, I believe, in his 37th season as a head coach. Head coach for the Panthers is Chris Brown. Assistant coaches are Jarrett Roy and David Overstreet. And here we go with the national anthem by the Royal Valley Panther Band. There you have the national anthem from the Panther Band. And looking back in the book, just kind of quick glance, Tristan Murata led the Panthers in scoring their game back in December with 16 points.
Yeah.
15 of them all coming in the second half. So he was quite the first half, explosion of points in the second half. Definitely a player to watch to try to shut down.
He's a fantastic player for Royal Valley. And he was the one, like I said, they crawled back into it in the second half. He was the one leading that charge for the Panthers that day.
Here we go with the jump, Kalen Smelsley. Jumping against Gilbert, and the Thunder control it to start the game. Thomas with the ball. Over to Hike.
Man-to-man defense from Royal Valley to start out.
Smelsley in the far corner. Puts it on the floor. Across the lane to Mackey. Up with a shot for two. Good. Mackey driving to the glass. Gets the first basket of the game. Taylor with the ball. Over to Murata. Now to Gilbert. Gilbert will pull up for the jumper. That one's going to miss. Hike with the box out, gets the rebound. Looking ahead, finds Thomas on the wing. He'll pop a three, and that one's going to miss. Rebound goes to Williams. And now going after the ball, we're going to get a foul call. And Mackey picks up the first foul. I think he's picked up the first foul in every game, hasn't he?
Yeah, and he has a propensity to get in a little bit of foul trouble, and in a situation like that, that's not something you really want to do. 70 feet from your basket, it's not one you need to go after.
Shot up from Nolan is good for three. Quickly the other way, Leighton Thomas to the baseline, corner, back out. Three ball from Smelsley misses. The rebound goes to Nolan, he'll bring up the floor. Over to Murata. Murata finds Taylor with a shot, missing. Rebound Smelsley to Hike. Hike to the glass, is going to get called for the charge.
That was a good call. Murata was there and he was set. He was set for a good couple of seconds before Carter put a shoulder into him. That takes some guts, though, too, to take a charge from Carter Hike.
Murata gets tied up, trying to hide that ball, so he's trying to step through defenders. Hike grabs a hold of it, ties him up. Taylor will inbound. Taylor gets it into Nolan, now to Murata. Gilbert over to Nolan. Nolan will drive to the baseline, turn back. Williams gives it off to Murata. To Taylor, near side, trying to feed it down low, finds Gilbert. Gilbert, turnaround jumper is going to miss. Loose ball on the floor, grabbed by Haverkamp. Now off to Smelsley. Smelsley gets it to Haverkamp, back out high. Thomas will set up the offense. Sends it over to Hike. Hike will drive, back out. Thomas into the lane, lost it, loose, picked up by the Panthers. Off to Williams. Williams with the shot for two is good.
Nice little step around for Williams.
Panthers lead 5-2. Hike with the ball. Hike down the lane, layup, missed. Mackey tries to clear the board. It rolls off of him out of bounds before he get a hold of it.
Jordan Lewis coming into the game. He's going to take the place of Leighton Thomas.
Tayson Taylor brings it up the floor. Over to Murata. Back to Taylor. To the wing. Williams will pop the three. Good. A little bit of a slow start. The Thunder getting the first field goal, but the Panthers have hoisted 8 points up on the board. Hike to the glass, lays it in for two and a foul. Going to charge that to Tristan Murata, his first team.
Carter Hike's got such a soft touch around the rim. For the speed that he's going, that he can have the body control to get that ball up there with that soft touch is really impressive.
Missed a shot. Mackey with the rebound, couldn't get it to go back up again. Smelsley floats a shot, good for two. Two-point lead for the Panthers. Gilbert to Williams, out high, top the key, sends it over to Taylor. Taylor will drive to the high post, out. Nolan to Gilbert. Taylor, excuse me. Now Murata. Williams. Look at the three. 7 seconds on the shot clock. There's a shot for three from Nolan's going to miss. Mackey couldn't corral it. It bounced out of bounds before he could get it out of there. Panthers get the ball underneath. Into Gilbert. Shot up, missed. Hike with a rebound. Looking ahead, they find Mackey running the floor. Left the shot, good. Mackey had to get that one up quick. We have a tie game at 8.
Nice job running the court for the big man, Mackey.
Taylor over to Williams. Williams gets it back out to Taylor on the wing to the corner. Taylor will try the three. It's going to miss. Long rebound goes to Gilbert. Gilbert back underneath, trying to find some room. Murata gets bumped, and a foul call on Nemaha Central.
That'll be on Caleb Smelsley, his first, team third. Seitz and Chillian's going to come in for Mackey and Hike.
Inbounding is Taylor. They get it into Murata. And now we got a whistle.
Reset of the shot clock to 35.
Yep.
Good catch by the official.
They'll inbound again. Williams back to Taylor in the corner. Now Murata on the far wing. Williams out high, hoists the three. Good.
Whew.
Shaughnessy Williams with 8 points. A pair of three-pointers there in the first quarter. Smelsley. Off to Lewis. Now to Schuldiance to Smelsley. Sights underneath. And a foul call.
I believe that's going to be on Shaughnessy Williams.
It is. Williams called for his first, second team.
Once again, the shot clock did not reset.
Shot clock resets on fouls.
Yep. There we go.
Smelsley inbound. Nice look. Finds Jackson. Haverkamp open underneath. Haverkamp with a quick shot. Thunder down by 1. Murata to Taylor. Taylor drives to the low post. Taylor trying to come around underneath. Oh, he almost could have got away with the travel there. Murata with the elbow pushed. That was Smelsley knocking it away.
Yeah, Murata needs to be careful. He extended the elbow there. He could have got a second foul early on in this game. He's going to take a seat.
They get it into Gilbert. Gilbert in the lane, shot up, is going to miss. Rebound, Smelsley. Smelsley looking ahead, finds Schuldiance. He'll try the three. That one's going to miss. Taylor trying to throw a ball down the floor.
No.
Knocked away out of bounds. Oh, goes off Gilbert, out of bounds.
It looked like Landon Gilbert got his fingertips on it. He was trying to bluff the officials, saying he didn't touch it.
Smelsley into Schuldiance. Schuldiance to Lewis. They set up the offense. They give it to Smelsley, high post. Smelsley trying to go down the lane. Call for the travel.
Good defense by Connor Nolan. Get his hands in there. Looks like he knocked it out of the hands of Smelsley, but
Williams with a hot hand. Over to Johnson. Johnson spins, backs out. Gets it off to Nolan. Back to Johnson in the corner. Our corner now out to the wing. Taylor knocked away. Haverkamp comes up with a loose ball. Haverkamp to the far wing. Haverkamp will back it out. Schuldiance will try the three. That one's going to miss. Rebound Taylor. Taylor working on against Scholihans. Gets it off to Gilbert. Gilbert gets fouled. That'll go against Smelsley. That may be his second.
That is going to be his second. Murata set to check in for Royal Valley. Thomas and Hike coming in for the Thunder. Smelsley and Haverkamp going to take a break. And Connor Nolan going to take a break for the Panthers.
Murata with the ball, feeding it down low, finds Gilbert up with a shot. Couldn't get it to go, gets his rebound back. Tries to go up again. And this time they're going to call a foul on Nemaha Central. See who they charge this one to. They're going to call it on Sights.
Looked to me like Sights was straight up on that.
Fifth team foul on the Thunder.
Gilbert looked to be creating the contact. I don't agree with that one.
Gilbert missed the second, but Williams gets the rebound. Gilbert with the ball, now at the Murata. Murata at the free throw line, in the lane, shot up, bounces, misses. Rebound Thomas. Thomas up the far sideline, finds Scholihans in the corner. Back out to Thomas. Down to Hike. There's the low post. Hike trying to come around underneath. Off to Sights. Sights up and in for two and a foul. Foul is on number 3, Gilbert.
That'll be his first, team third.
Thunder got it tied up, looking to get the lead back here. And they had the early lead on the first field goal of the game.
Connor Nolan coming back into the game. He's going to take the place of Williams.
Panthers led most of this first quarter until now. Thunder got the lead at 1. Nolan to Murata, near side. Finding down the lane, and it was Gilbert who lost the ball. Lewis with it, going the other way, finds Thomas. Thomas works his way across the lane, Hike in the corner for 3. Missed it too long and knocked out of bounds by Sights. 33.6 seconds on the clock left to play. Shot clock is off, obviously. Taylor. Now to Johnson. And Nolan flashed out and cut back to the glass. Opened up, but got the easy layup.
Took advantage of the aggressive defense played by Thomas.
10 seconds. Thomas with the ball out high. Finds Hike, high post. Hike down the lane, shot up, couldn't get it to fall, tipped out. 2 seconds. Shot up for 3, is short from Gilbert. And the Panthers leading the Thunder 14-13 at the end of the first quarter of play. You're watching SCTV. We'll be back with the second 8.
On any given Friday night, you can find us here, illuminated only by the clear night sky and stadium lights. The ball field, a place for fierce rivals and close friends. A place for celebration, a place for family. We know what it means to come together, to be a part of something bigger, to be united. United Bank and Trust, banking for your way of life. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back in from Hoyt, Kansas. You're watching Thunder Basketball on SCTV. Let's take a moment to recognize some of our sponsors. Rainbow Communications, Sailor Insurance, Elk State Bank, United Methodist Church, and Water Conditioning of Seneca.
Also like to mention St. Mary's Church in St. Benedict, Kansas is having their Super Bowl Sunday lunch on February 8th, 2026. Serving from 10:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. Dine in or carry out. Homemade chili, chicken noodle soup, and vegetable leaf soup, relishes, and dessert. Free will offering. Everyone is welcome. Nemaha Central with the ball to start the second quarter. Down by 1. Hike with the ball. Hike in the lane. Kicks back out. Thomas, he'll try it for three. That one's in and out, missed. Couldn't get the rebound. Williams with the ball. And they're going to get Hike with the reach in.
That'll be Carter Hike's second. First team foul in the period.
Down to the post, Williams. Oh, nice job by Haverkamp. Denying him the ball and taking it away. Mackey needing some help. Gets it back to Haverkamp and across half court. Now to Hike. Hike comes back out with it. Gets it off to Thomas. Near side. Schultingans. Hike to Haverkamp. Haverkamp will drive. Tries to go up the shot and had it blocked out of bounds.
And Murata got beat and came back and blocked that shot from behind. Cormac Hike taking the spot of his brother, Carter.
Inbound to Thomas. Sends it over to Schultingans, and then it gets bumped. Trying to get the Jackson Haverkamp. He gets bumped by number 3, Landon Gilbert.
That'll be his second. That's big. If you can get Landon Gilbert out of this game, he's one of their big presences underneath. Start tipping that rebound advantage your way for Nemaha.
Gilbert comes out. Johnson replaces him. Thomas. Now to Cormac Hike. Down over to Schultingans. Cormac Hike with the ball. Sends it over to Thomas. Thomas drives down the lane, tries to go up, and it's going to be a held ball, jump ball. Possession goes to the Panthers. There's a Murata. Murata with a shot for 2 is good. His first field goal of the game. Thomas. Cross half court to Haverkamp. Panthers lead at 3. Haverkamp back to Thomas. Now to Cormac Hike. Haverkamp to Schultingans. To Hike. Let's get past Haverkamp. Hike with the ball out high. Schultingans, he'll try a 3. That one missed. Rebound, Murata. Murata.
Ooh.
Behind the back, down the lane. Try to pass off to Johnson.
I was going to say.
Looked like it was tipped.
Yep. Someone poked it out from behind. I wasn't sure exactly who it was. Smelsley set to check back in. He's going to take the place of Thomas.
And to Williams. Williams cut off. Gets it back out to Murata. Murata in the corner. Step back for the 3. He's going to miss. Rebound Mackey. Off to Hike. Hike on the far wing. Up to Schultingans out high. Comes to the near side. Tipped. Saved back in. Right into the hands of Johnson. Now off to Nolan. Nolan kicks to the corner. Williams. Now Murata. Murata down the lane. Blocked by Smelsley. Nice job by Smelsley following, getting the block. Hike with the ball now. Over to Schultingans. Far wing. Smelsley out high. Comes to the near side. Hike. Gives up to Schultingans. To Haverkamp. Haverkamp in the lane. Back out. Smelsley. Tries to drive in. Pass underneath. Finds Mackey for 2. Nice job. Mackey with 6 points in the first field goal of the second quarter for the Thunder.
A sweet little touch pass from Smelsley to Hike.
1 point lead.
Or to Met Jack, sorry.
Williams to Murata. Murata out high. Gets it in off to number 11, Wharton. Shot is good. Nolan hits his second three-pointer of the game. Smelsley, he'll pull up for the 3. Back iron, too strong. into the corner. Wharton out. Williams, well, he'll try the three, and it's good. Back-to-back three-pointers. Panthers at 6 points up in separation. 7-point lead. And a timeout called by head coach John Thomas. It'll be a full timeout with 4 minutes and 10 seconds to go here in the second quarter. You're watching SCTV. We'll be right back.
National Bank is truly a locally owned bank. It was started 40 years ago by a group of approximately 15 families in this Nemaha County area. Their desire was to have and to start a new banking institution, and they did. CNB is truly committed to the area and remains very locally owned. So stop by and give us a chance to be your financial partner.
Welcome back. You're watching Thunder Basketball on SCTV. Let's take a moment to recognize some of our sponsors: SBS Insurance, United Bank and Trust, Nemaha Valley Motors, St. Peter and Paul Catholic Church, Cook & Company, and CNB Custody.
SCTV is also kicking off a community partner donation drive to help upgrade our live streaming equipment. For a $100 donation, you can support hometown streaming and help us to continue to improve broadcast quality. All $100 donors will receive their name on a thank you scroll at the end of every broadcast. Every game is broadcast in 2026. Donations can be sent to SCTV, P.O. Box 102, Seneca, Kansas. List the name you'd like displayed on the memo line. Every community partner makes a real impact. SCTV is a 501c3 not-for-profit organization. Smelsley down to Mackey, and help came across from Johnson and tied up the ball. Possession arrow still pointing, points to Nemaha Central. The Thunder will get to keep it still.
8.4 on the shot clock, though.
Hike to inbound. Cormac Hike now gets it into Smelsley. Hands it off to Lewis. 5 seconds. Hike from the free throw line. Shot up. Back iron, miss, tipped around. Mackey, nice save in, but Williams able to keep it alive as it bounces up and into his hands. Taylor gets fouled by Lewis. Lewis picks up his first, second team. Taylor into Williams. He'll try another three. Front iron missed. Lewis with the ball. He'll slow it up. Cormac Hike now to Lewis. To the corner. Smelsley. Baseline. Across the lane. Finds Haverkamp. Actually, I think he's maybe looking for Hike in the corner. Hike. Cormac Hike hits a three. 22-18. 3 minutes to go here till halftime. Williams with the ball. Williams, nice drive, reverse layup, good.
He's having one heck of a game.
Shaughnessy Williams, leading scorer for the Panthers. Smelsley in the lane, kicks to the corner, shot up for Haverkamp for three. That one's going to miss. Tip ball and pulled in by Johnson, kicks off to Murata. Murata spins in the lane, kicks across the lane to Taylor. Taylor drives baseline, shot up, missed. Mackey clears the board, off to Lewis. Lewis across half court, slows it up. Gives it off to Hike. Now to Lewis. They give it to Smelsley. Now Mackey on the low post. Mackey in the lane. Nice give around to Haverkamp. Couldn't finish. And we got a jump ball call again. Haverkamp tied up with Johnson.
Those are baskets you got to have in a game like this. Royal Valley red hot shooting tonight. You got to keep within arm's length.
So we have Thomas, Hike, Carter Hike, Cormac Hike, Seitz, and Lewis on the floor for Nemaha Central. Taylor over to Noland, down to the post. Gilbert back out. Skip pass to Taylor. Taylor poked away into the hands of Cormac Hike. Now Carter Hike. Blocked from behind by Murata. Murata with the ball to the baseline. Jumper for Murata. Missed. Rebound Thomas. Thomas pushing up the middle of the floor. All the way to the glass. Floats a shot. Draws a foul. Non-shooting foul is blocked. Blocking foul before the shot.
Be on Connor Nolan. That'll be his first, team second. Shaughnessy Williams coming in, taking the place of Landon Gilbert.
Cormac Hite gets it into Sights. Carter Hite gives it off to Thomas. To Lewis. Hike on the low post. Carter Hike in the lane, backs off to Lewis. Gives it up to Cormac. Cormac Hike brings it back to Lewis, near side.
7 seconds.
Cormac Hike. Now Lewis, open three, shot away. Good at the buzzer. Lewis with his first field goal, hitting a three, and it's a 3-point game. 38 seconds and counting. Williams. Taylor, now to Nolan. Nolan in the lane from the free throw line. Shot up, it's going to miss. Hike with the rebound. 22 seconds and counting. Thunder can take a last shot here. 24-21. Royal Valley with the lead. 10 seconds to go. Thomas gives it off to Hike. Hike.
Got to do something.
3 seconds, shot away. Rattles it in for two at the buzzer, and that's the end of the first half. The Thunder close the lead back down to 1.
Nice little run at the end to pull it to within 1. It looked like Royal Valley was going to be able to almost stretch it into double-digit lead at halftime, the way things were going there for a second. So good job riding the ship for NC.
24-23. As we head into the half, we'll recognize our sponsors for SCTV. We'll be back with the halftime stats. Start of the second half. If you're watching SCTV, we'll be back.
This is Adam, take 2. Mark?
I guess.
Germantown. Mavericks.
Mary Run.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community, the fan base, and just the support and encouragement that you get from your family and your friends is great.
The hardest thing about cheer for me is tumbling, because I'm actually a dancer outside of school, and so the tumbling dynamics versus the dance dynamics was totally opposite.
I feel like choir has given me just such great memories. We are always just, singing with our harmonies and with other people, and it's just so cool. It's so fun.
One of my favorite memories from cross country this past year was when my team made it to state. At the race, everyone picked up their game, and when the 5th guy crossed and he made it, everyone was just so excited and outbursts, couldn't control their feelings.
By playing basketball, I learned that I can almost do anything I want. If I set my mind to it, I can achieve my goals if I have a plan.
A great reason to get yourself involved in sports and activities is to meet new people and create new relationships, experience new things, and do stuff that you've never done before.
My reason why is commitment.
My reason why is passion.
Friendships.
Pride.
My reason why is to keep going.
My name is Rich Vernon. I've been the sheriff for Nemaha County since 2006. I've actually been employed by the Nemaha County Sheriff's Office back since 1990. That puts me in my 30th year of law enforcement here in Nemaha County. Now, I grew up in this county. I'm a lifelong resident. I've lived in this county. I grew up in the 80s. There was a lot of alcohol consumption back then. I know a lot of parents look at it like we did it when we were kids, so why can't our kids do it? If you, as a parent, or your children actually allow people to come into your homes or on your lands and drink or consume alcohol or even possess it, then you could be held liable for this law. This law carries penalties up to a $1,000 fine, and it is a Class A misdemeanor, which can actually include jail time. I can tell you, after doing this for 30 years and spending those years pulling young men and young women out of ditches lifeless, that has changed my attitude towards alcohol and towards its consumption of minors greatly. And I hope and pray that anything you can do to keep that from happening in the future, you will do, and try to keep our young children alive. Thank you.
Welcome back. You're watching SCTV. About 3 minutes out from start of the second half. Run through some scoring here right quick. For Royal Valley, Tristan Murata with 2 points. Landon Gilbert with 1 at the line. Connor Noland with 8 points. A pair of 3-pointers and a field goal. And Shaughnessy Williams leading his team in scoring. He has 3 3-pointers and a couple field goals. That's 13 points for him on the evening so far. For Nemaha Central, 3 points for Jaden Seitz, 1 at the line. 3 for Cormac Hike on a 3-ball in the second quarter. Carter Hike with 4 points, field goal in each of the quarters, 0 for 1 at the line. Jordan Lewis with a 3-ball in the second quarter. Jack Mackey with 6 points so far, 3 field goals. Kalen Smelsley with 2 on a field goal in the first quarter, and Jackson Haverkamp with 2 on a field goal in the first quarter. Thunder were down by one, 14-13 at the end of the first 8, and still down by one at halftime, 24-23. Fouls in this game as Landon Gilbert with 2. 1 apiece for Murata, Noland, and Williams. So not a whole lot of fouls called on Royal Valley. And honestly, not a tremendous amount on either Nemaha Central, however, more there. 7 fouls on the Thunder in the game so far. Seitz with 1, Lewis with 1, Mackey with 1. Carter Hike and Caleb Smelsley have 2 apiece.
Should be noted, Caleb Strothman is not here tonight. I have him in my lineup. I was going through, and usually he's good for a bucket or 2, and I looked down and I hadn't noticed, but he must be sick as well.
There's been a lot of flu stuff going around. And,
there's been a lot going around the high school right now.
I tell you, it's short-lived from what I understand. I mean, my grandson and daughter came down with it over the weekend, and it was ugly in the morning, and then by evening they were done. So, but nonetheless, it's kind of can be a nasty little bug, stomach bug, and causes some problems. So, Lady Thunder got a good win here earlier this evening. They defeated the Lady Panthers 61-30 in the contest. So they are now 7-3 on the season. The next game that the Thunder will have will be on the road. This will be this is their time of where they have 3 straight road games where they played Perry-LeCompton, now here at Royal Valley in Hoyt, and now they'll be in Holton next Friday. So start out on the far end of the distance from the league with Perry-LeCompton. They work their way back closer to home.
Yep, right in the middle of this 3-game road trip here. It'll be nice to get back into the Thunderdome next week with the Thunder Classic. Not have to drive so far for us and for the fans and the parents and grandparents, everything.
Thunder with the ball to start the second half. Down by 1. Thomas to Smelsley. Baseline. Hike in the lane. Tried to flip it up there. Couldn't get it to go. Knocked out of bounds. Nice presence by Hike to duck down and let that ball go over his head and out of bounds. He saw go off a Panther player. Hike to inbound. Gets it into Smelsley. They bring it over to Hike. Now, Smelsley on the low post. Smelsley looking to work in the lane. Goes to the glass. Gets it in for 2 and a foul. Nice job by Smelsley. Feeling his way into the basket and gets a foul call on Gilbert.
That's big. That's Landon Gilbert's 3rd. He's their big presence underneath, especially rebounding. A little bit of an offensive threat as well.
The Thunder take a 2-point lead. 26-24. Started off here in the third quarter. Nolan with the ball. Gives it to Taylor. Back to Nolan near wing. Into the high post, back out. Williams on the wing, baseline drive. Puts up a shot, left it short, tipped out. Haverkamp tracks it down. Now over to Mackey. Looking ahead. Gets it to Thomas. Thomas looking to pass down to the baseline. They're going to say it's out of bounds. Thomas trying to get it to Smelsley, I believe.
Almost looked like Smelsley thought that was tipped because he kind of put his hands up thinking.
That's what I thought too, but I didn't see anything. So
I didn't see a tip either.
Nolan with the ball. Now to Taylor in the corner. Back out. Taylor, high wing. Shot in the corner from Gilbert for 3 is going to miss. And nice job by Nolan tracking down the ball. Gets it off to Murata. Murata in the lane. Pass off to Gilbert. They're going to call a foul. And Gilbert gets it in for 2.
That's going to go against Jack Mackey.
That'll be his second personal. First team. And Gilbert hits the free throw. The Panthers get the lead back. Hike down the low post, up with a shot, couldn't get it to go. The rebound goes to Gilbert and off to Nolan. Out high to Taylor. Back to Nolan on the far wing. He'll try the three, and good.
Ooh.
Just when you get some traction and get ahead or get something, boy, the Panthers come right back at you to claim a lead, putting up some threes and hitting them and getting some calls. And there's a drive by Thomas, drawing a foul.
We'll go against Taylor. That'll be his first. Team second. Leighton Thomas scoreless so far in this game. Needs to get on the score sheet and get going for NC.
And missed the second free throw. Couldn't get either of them to go. 30-26, Royal Valley by 4. Murata over to Nolan, back to Murata. Now comes to the near side, Taylor. Taylor drives, back out, gets it to Nolan. Taylor, oh, he could have got away with a travel there. Williams with the ball now. Spins down underneath, tries a reverse layup, gets it in for 2. Shaughnessy Williams with 15 points. Now a 6-point lead. Smelsley in the lane, shot up, miss, couldn't get it to go. Gilbert with the rebound. Nolan with the ball near side. Down to Murata. Tip ball. Taylor tracks it down. Comes back to the near side to Nolan. Now to Murata. Back out to Nolan. Over to Taylor, far wing. Gilbert. Skip pass. Murata. He'll try the three. That one's going to miss. Rebound Smelsley. Up the floor to Haverkamp. Haverkamp in the lane. Turnaround jumper, left to short. Mackey follows with the putback, good for 2. Taylor Haverkamp's shot was short. Mackey just finished helping it to the basket. Four-point lead for the Panthers. Taylor back to Nolan. Now to Taylor. He'll try a three. That one's going to miss. Rebound Mackey. Gets it off to Haverkamp. Ahead to Hike. Hike in the lane. Goes up with a shot, drawing a foul. Hike will shoot 2.
That's going to go against Taylor, his second, team third. And I don't think John Thomas is very happy with the lineup he has right now. He's going full line change. He's got 5 guys at the scorer's table set to check in after this free throw from Carter.
Hike gets the first one.
Smelsley should be off.
So we got Seitz, Edelman, Schuldehans, and Lewis on the floor. Hike, Carter Hike at the free throw line. Second free throw, that one missed. Rebound, ripped down by Johnson. Off to Nolan. Now to Murata. Come to the near side, Nolan. Now Murata. Kicking out to the corner. Taylor underneath. Trying to find Johnson, and he's stolen away by Carter Hike. Carter Hike running the floor. Gets held. They're going to call it? No.
They're going to call that on the floor.
They held him up, and there was no shot.
That was on corner Nolan.
Nolan picks up his second, 4th team. Carter Hike to inbound. Schuldehans for 3, missed. Seitz, nice save back in. Schuldehans kicks to the baseline. Edelman back out to Schuldehans, gives it off to Hike. Hike to Edelman, comes to the near side, Schuldehans. Schuldehans drives, gives it back out to Seitz. Now to Lewis, far wing. Lewis needing some help. Had it
4 seconds.
away. They get the shot off in time. They're going to call a foul. Schuldehans will shoot 3. A foul at the buzzer of the 3-point the shot clock.
If you are Chris Brown for Royal Valley, you are absolutely sick watching that. Getting bailed out by a foul on a three-pointer at the end of the shot clock. That's a triple. That's a trifecta of that luck.
So will get to shoot 3 free throws, and looks like a full timeout taken by Chris Brown for Royal Valley. We'll take a break. You're watching SCTV.
Nemaha Valley Motors has been proudly serving our Northeast Kansas community for over 5 decades. Come check out our great selection of vehicles from Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and GMC trucks. Don't see what you're looking for? Our knowledgeable staff will help you find the perfect vehicle to fit your needs. Don't forget about service. Our technicians are factory trained to handle any mechanical issues, including alignments. Come experience the difference here at Nemaha Valley Motors in Seneca.
Come be a part of our family.
Welcome back. I want to remind everyone, head out to St. Mary's Church in St. Benedict, Kansas for their Super Bowl Sunday lunch. This will be on Sunday, February 8th, 2026. They will have homemade chili, chicken noodle soup, and vegetable beef soup, along with relishes and dessert. Serving starts at 10:30 a.m. to 1 o'clock. Dine in or carry out. Free will offering, and everybody is welcome.
So Nolan picked up his 3rd personal, 5th team foul. Thunder will shoot free throws from here on out in this quarter. Scholinghoff gets the first one to roll over the front of the rim. Misses the second one. Third free throw from Scholinghoff is good. He gets 2 of 3. Royal Valley lead is 1. Taylor across the 10-second line. Gives it off to Johnson. Down to Williams on the low post. Williams, hook shot, good. Williams getting everything to fall that he throws up. 17 points tonight. Carter Hike out to Scholinghoff. Back to Carter Hike near side. Out of sights, far side. Scholinghoff kicks out. Edelman comes to Lewis. Lewis gives it off to Sights. Hike on the far wing.
7 seconds.
Hike in the lane. Nice reverse layup for Hike. Good. Two and a half minutes to go here in the third. Down low, Williams trying to back his way in. Shot up and good again.
Taking a quick glance back at the scorebook, he only had 4 points in that first matchup. He's been the difference tonight for Royal Valley.
Hike in the lane, gets a shot up, he's going to miss. Sights trying to pull down the rebound, loose ball. Still loose, Sights gets it off to Edelman. We got a timeout called. Thomas gets a timeout and gets the possession underneath the basket. 30-second timeout. We'll take a quick one. You're watching SCTV.
Partners is a full-service agricultural cooperative owned by area farmers, residents, and businesses. And our team works every day to help contribute to their success, keeping profits in the communities we all call home. We continue to look for the right team members to grow successfully together through our core values of honesty, integrity, and teamwork. If you're looking for a career with great benefits and a focus on your future success, come join our team.
(36-33), 2:06 to go, third quarter. Thunder will inbound underneath their own basket. Carter Hike gets it into Sights. Gives it back to Hike in the corner. Hike out high to Edelman. Comes to the near side. Lewis gets it off to Sights. Nearly jumped by Gilbert. Scholinghoff with the ball. Scholinghoff in the lane. Nice job by Scholinghoff. Couldn't finish though. Got a good look in the layup. Just couldn't get it up over the rim. Taylor with the ball. Off to Johnson. Now over to Nolan. Johnson will try it for three. Missed. Rebound, Sights. Off to Lewis. Lewis gets it off to Sights. Now over to the far wing. Hike with the ball. They give it off to Edelman to the near side. Scholehantz, he'll drive. Tries kick to the corner. Quick ball movement. Hike down the lane. Easy layup. Good for two. Nice job.
Yeah, great ball movement on that offensive set. Opening up the lane for Carter to take.
Under a minute to go, third quarter. Johnson over to Taylor. Now Gilbert. Gilbert down the lane. Floats a shot in close. Good for two. Can't give him that.
No. Got to put up a little resistance as he's trying to work his way down.
38-35. Hike to Lewis. About 6 seconds differential on the clock. Hike drives to the glass, up with a shot, gets a foul call.
They're going to call a charge
on Hike.
Wow.
The defender was giving way. How do you give that? How do you call that?
He came to a jump stop. Oof.
Carter Hike picks up his third. Second team. 38-35. Playing for the last shot here in the quarter. To Johnson. Now over to Gilbert. Gilbert backing it out. 5 seconds. Gilbert trying to isolate on Scholehantz. Scholehantz gets a jump ball call.
Nice job from Mason Scholehantz. He's given up a good 6 inches to Gilbert on that possession. They had the mismatch that they wanted to Royal Valley.
So the Panthers will lose a jump ball possession here to start the fourth quarter. To Nemaha Central inbound. Williams reversed the hook up over the top. Just a blind shot. Couldn't get anything to go.
The night that he's had, I wouldn't have. I thought that was going to go in.
I agree with you. That would have been, yeah. 38-35 as we head to the fourth and final quarter. The Panthers lead by 3. You're watching SCTV. We'll be back.
Sailor Insurance has been serving our customers in the Midwest for over 90 years. At Sailor Insurance, we value every family story as we help protect their dreams and their future. Our goal is to make sure that you have the right insurance coverage to protect your family, home, farm, and business so you can focus on what truly matters. Learn more about what we can do for you at SailorInsurance.com.
Welcome back from Hoyt, Kansas. As we start the fourth quarter, let's take a moment to recognize some more of our SCTV sponsors. TFI Family Services, Souther Building Supply, Crestview Nursing Home, Farm Bureau Insurance, Community National Bank, and Ag Partners.
Thunder will have the ball to start the fourth quarter, down by 3, 38-35. Williams has been the go-to man here in this game for Royal Valley. He's got 19 points going into this fourth quarter. Thomas over to Smelsley. Now to Mackey. Comes to the near side. Thomas. Thomas drives and gets a foul call on Royal Valley.
He's going to go against Taylor. That'll be his third.
Cormac Hike inbounds to Thomas. Did they not call an over and back? Is that
no? He didn't have possession. Yeah.
Smelsley. Nice drive to glass. Couldn't finish. Haverkamp gets the ball back in for 2. Good. Nice job by Jackson Haverkamp. Murata spins in the lane. Nice pass off Gilbert, and they're going to get a foul call as he was pushed. And it's probably going to go on Mackey. It does. Jack Mackey with his third personal. And how many times do you see Mackey going into the fourth quarter with only 2 fouls?
Not very often. He's done a good job of staying out of foul trouble tonight.
Yep. Gilbert, low post against Mackey, up with a shot. Good job by Mackey, forcing him to take that shot off center. Smelsley back out to Thomas. Comes to near side, Cormac Hike. Gives it off to Mackey. Now to Thomas. Thomas will hoist a 3. That one's going to miss. Mackey trying to get the rebound. They're going to call a foul on Mackey. And 2 quick fouls puts him at 4. Second team. 38-37. Off to Taylor. Now to Williams. Williams gives it back to Murata. Murata off to Williams in the lane. Scoops a shot up. Mackey pulls down the rebound. Gets it off to Smelsley. He'll bring up the far sideline. Smelsley in the lane. Layup, missed. Tip ball in the air, couldn't get it. Taylor tracks down the ball. And up the floor to Gilbert. Gilbert kicks to the corner. Williams open 3. Misses. Rebound goes to Cormac Hike. Over to Smelsley, far wing. Mackey out high. Now brings it to Cormac Hike near wing. Gives it off to Haverkamp to Thomas. Tip ball, Thunder still possess. 10 seconds. Tried to pass it down underneath the Haverkamp, tipped away. Murata with the ball. And now we got a 30-second timeout taken by head coach Chris Brown for Royal Valley. 5:23 to play in this game. It's a 1-point lead for Royal Valley. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
What does it mean to be an independent insurance agency? Here at SBS, it means that our customers can be confident in knowing they are getting the coverage they want for the most competitive rates. With our independent status, we are able to partner with multiple competitive companies to quote your personal, farm, business, and life insurance needs. Contact your local SBS office today to find out what an independent agency can do for you.
Welcome back. You're watching SCTV. Royal Valley will have the ball underneath. Taylor to inbound. They get it into Gilbert. Down high. Hands off to Taylor. Noland. Murata. Murata here, near side wing. Chris Brown was looking for something there, and he's hanging his head. Murata drives to the glass and lays it in.
Chris
for
Brown
2.
set up that call out of the timeout to come out of the sideline where they pointed to.
And Smelsley gets his shot blocked from behind by Murata. (40-37). Nolan, Gilbert, down to the baseline. Cross Taylor, shot up. That one's going to miss. Carter Hike with the rebound. He's going to bring it out of there, pushing up the floor. Going to run all the way. Tries to go up the shot, and they're going to call a foul on Williams.
I believe his second, team second.
Good on the first one.
Yeah, Chris Brown was upset with the officials because the officials pointed to the sideline and he set up an inbound set play from where they pointed to, and then on that last set they gave it to him underneath, and that just kind of threw everything out the window that he had set up and taken the timeout for.
Second free throw is good for Carter Hike. He gets them both. 3 of 5 from the free throw line this evening, and back to a 1-point lead for Royal Valley. Taylor Off to Williams, top the key. Now over to Murata, far wing. Murata spins, goes baseline, pass into the middle to Gilbert for the easy dump in for 2. Smelsley to the near side, Cormac Hike. Hike gets it off to Haverkamp, now to Carter Hike. Carter Hike drives, lost it, tries to go back up with a shot, gets it in and a blocking foul, count it. Hike gets it in for 2 and a foul.
That'll be against Landon Gilbert. That'll be his 4th.
Hike's free throw, good. Nemaha Central has it tied at 42. 3:50 to play. And they're going to call time, official time, to maybe clean the floor with some sweat.
I think Carter might have deposited some in the lane.
Carter Hike had 4 points in the first half. 10 points here in the second. Tied at 42. Halfway through this fourth quarter. Taylor over to Williams, now to Murata. Murata, far wing, out high to Nolan. Comes to the near side. Taylor looks to drive. Kicks off to Williams, near wing, down to the baseline, trying to back his way in. Scoops a shot up, missed. This goes out of bounds off Nolan. Nolan trying to sneak in there and get the rebound. Almost got it.
Williams is 0 for his last 5 now. It's gone cold in the fourth quarter.
They get it into Cormac Hike. He'll bring it up the floor. Cormac Hike to the near wing. Now to Smelsley. Smelsley on the near wing, puts it on the floor. Smelsley drives down the lane, layup, good, and the Thunder have the 2-point lead. 44-42, timeout. Royal Valley, he's going to take a full one this time. Chris Brown takes his 3rd timeout of the game with 3:03 to play. You're watching SCTV. We'll be back.
C&B Custody, we're a small-town company with a nationwide reach. We work closely with financial advisors and individual investors to customize self-directed IRA strategies that fit your goals. Whether it's real estate, private equity, precious metals, or other alternative investments, we help you use your IRA to invest in what feels close to home. With CNB Custody, your future is personal, and so is our service. Learn more at cnbcustody.com.
Welcome back. You're watching SCTV. Take a moment to recognize some of our sponsors, or you want to do the other thing?
No, go ahead.
All right, we got First Heritage Bank, Life Care Center of Seneca, Mitchell Appliance, Seneca Dental, Nemaha Valley Community Hospital, and Shelter Insurance.
3:03 to go in this game. Thunder have gotten close, taken small leads of 2 points, 1 point. They've never led more than 2 in this game. Royal Valley's always been able to find a burst of points to get it back out there. And then Nemaha Central always have to whittle it back down again. Thunder need to find a way to hang on here. 3 minutes to play in this game. Gilbert gives it over to Taylor. Out of Gilbert, out high, top the key. And they throw it away. They turned it over. Nolan came out and cut back to the glass. And Gilbert threw it to where he thought Nolan was going to be. They get it into Smelsley. Cross half court. Hike with the ball. Hike gives it back to Scholiance. Smelsley. Smelsley down the lane with a layup. Missed, rimmed out. Gilbert clears the board. .220 and counting. Murata with the ball. Murata down the lane. gets a shot up, missed. Gets his own rebound, put back, missed. Murata pulls down another one. Fall away shot, missed. Rebound goes to Smelsley. 3 misses by Murata in close. Couldn't get it finished. Carter Hike with the ball. Gives it back to Seitz, now to Smelsley here on the near side. Smelsley drives, baseline, lost it, kicks it out, now to the corner. Carter Hike with the ball. Hike drives around defenders, lost it, gets it back, puts up a shot, couldn't get it to go. Thunder, they get it ahead to Nolan. Thunder just can't quite get a shot up to get some separation. Murata throws it across to Taylor, and now they're going to get a timeout, I believe. This is a timeout taken by Chris Brown again.
Yep.
It is. 30-second timeout. Minute 24 to play. We'll take a quick one. We'll be back.
Started when I was 21 years old. I started on a build table, one of the basic deals, and I worked my way up. Every time I felt like I was achieving something, Jim Cook, our owner, he recognized that. I moved up through the ranks. I'm now the production manager here. I've been doing that job for 10 to 12 years. I love ownership. I love the people I work with. It's kind of a big family. That's what the business is. So.
Welcome back. You're watching SCTV. Chris Brown and Royal Valley has 1 timeout left, a full one. Nemaha Central has 3. Thunder with a 2-point lead, 44-42, minute 24 to play. Royal Valley with the ball. Murata, top of the key. Gives it off to Nolan. He'll try the 3, top of the key, and good.
Just the second field goal from Royal Valley in the 4th period.
4th 3-pointer of the game for Nolan, and a 1-point lead now. Hike comes up underneath. The shot blocked. And Royal Valley comes up with it. Pass to the corner. Nolan, baseline. Kicks it back out to Williams. Now Taylor. Taylor's going to go for the travel. Nemaha Central gets it back. Down by 1. And now we're going to get a timeout by head coach John Thomas. He's going to take a full timeout with 47.7 seconds to play. We'll be back in just a moment.
Nurse is more than a profession. It's a passion. It's about the moments that matter. I think it's an honor to care for people that are from here, just like I am. My mom was a nurse, and I thought it would be really cool to follow in her footsteps. And she worked here many years and retired here also. Every heartbeat matters. Every life we touch is a life we cherish. From welcoming new beginnings to standing strong in life's toughest moments, we are here because we care.
Welcome back. You're watching SCTV. SCTV is kicking off a community partner donation drive to help upgrade our live streaming equipment. For a $100 donation, you can support hometown streaming and help us continue to improve broadcast quality. All $100 donors will receive their name on a thank you scroll at the end of every SCTV broadcast game during the 2026 season. Donations can be sent to SCTV at P.O. Box 102, Seneca, Kansas, 66538. List the name you'd like to display on the memo. Also, you can contact Dave Haverkamp or myself, Mike Stahlbaumer. Every community partner makes a real impact. SCTV is a 501c3 not-for-profit, so donations are tax deductible. Thunder with the ball. Smelsley will hoist a 3. That one's short. Tipped back into his hands. Goes down the lane. Shot up. Couldn't get it to fall. Mackey comes down with the ball. Off to Cormac Hike. Now to the near wing. Scholiance driving. Coming up underneath. Shot up. Good! It gets it in for 2. Thunder have the 1-point lead. 23 seconds and counting. Murata up the floor. And then a timeout taken by Chris Brown. What a sequence there. As Scholiance gets the layup.
More than anything, Jack Mackey always comes up with a big rebound. He's just a bruiser underneath. Always fights for every single one. Came up big with that rebound out on the short corner underneath. That was
Yeah.
That could have been the ball game right there.
Nemaha Central leading by 1 with 20.3 seconds to go here in this game. Chris Brown's taking his final timeout. It was a full one. Do we have any other sponsors we got to read through, or we get them all?
I think we got them all.
All
Let's
right.
talk about the Super Bowl real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
St. Mary's Church in St. Benedict, Kansas is going to host their Super Bowl Sunday lunch. They're going to serve homemade chili, chicken noodle, vegetable beef soup. This will be Sunday, February 8th. Also relishes and desserts. Serving starts at 10:30 a.m. and goes to 1 o'clock. Dine in or carry out, free will offering, and everybody is welcome. It'll be interesting to see what Coach Chris Brown draws up in the timeout. He's been around for a long time. He's a very good coach for Royal Valley.
So Nemaha Central has only 2 team fouls here in this quarter, so they got a couple fouls they can force and make them not get what they want. They almost turn it over there. Nolan comes up with it. 10 seconds. Now Murata. And they're going to hold Murata so he doesn't get a shot off. That's what I kind of wonder they might do.
And that'll be on Caleb Smelsley. That'll be his third.
Third team. So 8.7 seconds on the clock. They get it in to Murata. And Carter Height causes a foul.
So that'll be Carter's fourth. Team fourth, and now we're going to get a timeout called by head coach John Thomas of Nemaha Central. It will be a full timeout.
They did a good job. They bled off 18 seconds without letting them get a shot off. A full one. 4.3 to play. Thunder by 1. We'll be back.
National Bank is truly a locally owned bank. It was started 40 years ago by a group of approximately 15 families in this Nemaha County area. Their desire was to have and to start a new banking institution, and they did. CNB is truly committed to the area and remains very locally owned. So stop by and give us a chance to be your financial partner.
Great game here this evening between Nemaha Central and Royal Valley. The Panthers led most of this game. Thunder are always kind of fighting to stay in it, and have been able to. They've never been able to get more than a couple-point lead, and here they're just up by 1. But time is down to just 4.3 ticks of the clock. Thunder 46, Royal Valley 45. They'll inbound underneath the basket.
Going to Nolan or Williams here?
Good question. Do they go to somebody?
Nope,
They have
Gilbert
in the lane. Shot up. Short. Rebound pulled down by Smelsley. And a quick foul call.
They're going to put a little bit of time on the clock. There was right at a second.
But that'll only be the 4th team foul on Royal Valley. Be a non-shooting foul. So all Nemaha Central's got to do is get it in, really.
Yeah.
And we'll see what time they put on the clock. And who did they charge the foul to?
Throw it into the backcourt. Nothing underneath your own rim here. 1.9. Ooh, that's a lot more than I thought it was. They're still trying to figure it out. Now they're taking it off.
We got 1 point. Well,
I think they're trying to go with 1.2.
.2 is what they're putting on the clock. 1.2 seconds, and now Thomas is going to take his fourth timeout. 30 seconds. That's it. That's the last timeout he's got. No timeouts left by either team. So I missed something in there, but it's a 30-second timeout. We'll just keep it right here.
Yep.
Why not?
If you're Nemaha Central in this situation, you got to get the ball. Away from their basket. If anything, throw it out to half court. Everything's going to be happening on the left side of the court here, trying to break someone open. the last thing you want to do is try and inbound it close to Royal Valley's basket, have them steal it, and be able to throw something up. If they do steal it on the past half court, they're going to have to heave something up. So just got to get it get it away from their basket.
Yeah. .2 seconds to go. Smelsley will inbound. Smelsley looking to get it in. Throws it deep. Sights is wide open. He'll just catch it and hold it. And that's it. The ball game's over. Nemaha Central escapes Royal Valley with a 46-45 win over the Panthers. What a great game.
Yeah.
What a good job by Nemaha Central, just staying close. Royal Valley had some good players, some good shots, good scoring, and man, great game overall. 4 points for Tristan Murata. Landon Gilbert finishes with 8 points. He was 2 of 3 from the charity stripe. Connor Nolan had 4 3-pointers in this game, 14 points on the evening for him. And Shaughnessy Williams finishes with 19 points, held scoreless in the fourth quarter. That was a big one there for Nemaha Central. For the Thunder, Mason Choliance finishes with 2 points, 2 of 3 from the charity stripe. He has fouled on that 3-point shot right at the end of the third quarter. Made 2 of 3 of them. Jaden Seitz with 3 points, 1 for 1 at the free throw line. Cormac Hike had a 3-ball in the second quarter. Leighton Thomas, no points in the book for him, 0 for 2 from the free throw line. Carter Hike had a heck of a good evening and led his team in scoring. He finished with 14 points on the evening. And he was, 3, 4 of 6 from the free throw line. Jordan Lewis with a 3-ball in the second quarter for 3 in a game. Jack Mackey finishes with 8 points. Caleb Smelsley finishes with 7 on the evening, 1 of 1 from the free throw line. And Jackson Haverkamp finishes with 2. So good game here between Nemaha Central. The Thunder getting a 46-45, really kind of a come-from-behind win for the Thunder.
Gritty win for this team. Just able to stick around long enough to take advantage in the fourth quarter when Royal Valley kind of went cold. It was kind of vice versa. Opposites of the first game that they played. Royal Valley was coming on strong in the third and fourth quarter, and Nemaha Central was able to hold them off for a win. But yeah, gritty game, able to right the ship after those 4 losses in a row. Now they've won 2 in a row and getting back above 500.
Yeah, now 6-5 on the season. Royal Valley goes to 5-6. Up next for the Thunder, they'll be on the road for their 3rd straight road game. This one will be Friday the 16th. Girls play at 6, boys at 7, approximately 7:30. They'll be at Holton. So just back towards home a little ways, 40 minutes down the road from Seneca. We'll be in Holton, Kansas on the 16th. I'm Mike Stahlbomber calling the game for you. Cody Steinlein with the color work, thanks. Caleb Rednair with the production work, and Billy O on the camera. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you at that next ball game.